So EA have just released a new mobile game called The Sims Labs Town Stories that's currently in early access. I honestly had no idea that this was even going to be released, let alone that it was released today. And so I've downloaded it. I've not played at all yet, so we're going to check it out together. Okay, so here's the character creation screen. It looks like you can just select from about how many is that? 26 different characters. You can also set your pronouns. Can I actually write a name? No. I can just cycle through these random ones, which honestly speeds me up a little bit anyway. And worryingly, I'm seeing a little Sim Cash and Sim Coin button in the top right. It's a phone game. I'm expecting a level of microtransactions. I did play a little bit of Sims Mobile. Actually, probably an unhealthy amount in hindsight, which is why this game is probably bad for me. And unfortunately, I was sucked into buying Sim Cash to get whatever limited edition items there were. So this is dangerous for me. Anyway, let's choose our character. The art style kind of looks like a step between like the Mii's on a Wii and like Meta, whatever the metaverse thing is. I mean, let's go with her. A bit of a diva. Actually, less of a diva, more of like a granola girl. That's the vibe I'm getting. Angelica, and I can't even go back if I like a name and then miss it. Angelica Turtledove. Yeah, that's her. Alright, Angelica's appearance has been saved. Fed up with Sim Valley's hustle-heavy city life and endless neon ad landscapes, you make a major life change. I feel like the ad landscape I'm about to step into is this microtransaction hell. You leave the big city behind for a new life in a cozy small town, Plumbrook. Oh, I like the name. And you've brought Bob and Bella, your college roommates, along. Okay, that's kind of cute. I do love Bob pancakes, and obviously Bella is iconic. So here we go. You've landed smack dab in a treasure trove of odd residents and their bizarre adventures. How your adventures together unfold? It's all up to you. Okay. From college roommates to small town life. How are you feeling about it? Whoa, is this your place? I'm so excited to start our new life here. Oh, what would Angelica say? Yeah, she's like toxically positive. Bob will be crashing with me while he figures out his whole life. I mean, that's kind of fun. Here, every house has a story, and trust me, you want to be a part of it. Buy yourself a lot and a home. Oh, okay. Ooh, do I want to be right next to this street or next? Looks like this one's next to like a park or something. Lot size 16 by 16. Oh, and it can support a house or a park. I've made my decision. I can't go out now. Lot purchased. All right. Pre-made property, public space, or build house. Hey, let's get you started with your own new house. Okay, so select your home's layout, exterior, and furniture. Go back and swap any options before checkout. Okay, so this is the slightly bigger layout, it looks. I mean, yeah, this one looks good. Okay, it's confirmed. And now my exterior, let's go with that one. And then my furniture, what kind of vibes do I get to choose from? So I still have a single bed, that's not fun. Oh, you know what? I kind of prefer the darker wood and the like terracotta tiles. But is this more Angelica? With all the millennial grey. I think I've just answered that for myself. And 2,300. So we haven't left ourselves much money, 1,700. And moving in time. Let's go, Angelica. Help Bella. Congrats on the joy of home ownership. Your pad is cozy and only slightly haunted. Just kidding. Probably. I'm restoring the Goth Manor but need some spooky essences to start with. Could you bring me some? Of course, where from? Essences are the building blocks of our town. Essences come in many forms: natural, spooky, studious, yada yada. Or yada yada. Use them to craft decor, cook food, or inspire people around you to do great things. Spend energy by using them in our town, starting with my spooky gargoyle. Interacting with it will give you spooky essences. Where's your gargoyle, girl? Oh, gather 10. Do I just have to press on this 10 times? Twist its tongue. Oh, and then, okay. And then that's given me the 10. Give the essences to Bella. I knew you'd be fast friends with that gargoyle. Yeah, I dug his vibe. The essences will help me craft stuff and transform this manor and town. Thanks again. Your kindness, or villainy, goes a long way in Plumbrook, you know. People remember what you said and how you made them feel. Don't forget that as you navigate your new life. We really could make anything we want out of Plumbrook, Angelica. Take this as a thank you for helping me out. Beautiful. Okay, we're at level 2. I have no idea what these icons mean. We've unlocked new careers and also a new episode. The Blockhead Returns. Okay. Use energy to interact with the world and gather essences. Use essences to craft items and complete quests. Earn rewards to help you decorate and expand this town. I guess I'm ready. Your whims are actions you take to earn prize boxes filled with essences, simoleons, and simcash. So, start a new story, or I can just tell a joke. Hey. And here, dresser, reorganize your shoes, brush teeth. Okay. And do these things use those different essences or batteries or energy, whatever they call them? Or do they refresh them? Because it looks like nap would give me energy. I'm already 50 points over my threshold there. Anyway, check out these exciting careers. Oh, okay, there are more careers than I expected. The Sims Mobile, I think you started off with barista. As the game went on, they released new places to work, like fashion studio and legal firm and stuff like that. This one, we just have some right off the bat. Okay, so I need to think from our character's perspective. I could see her as a musician. I could see her as an actor. Let's go musician. That seems like an Angelica. The Sim... Oh, so you're stuck in your career forever. No. Am I sure? Yeah, I guess so. Angelica Turtledove has joined their dream job. Okay, clock in each day and use your things and essences to complete tasks for simoleons. Complete all tasks in the workday to earn awesome rewards. Completing all tasks will get you promoted with a sweet simoleon raise. Okay, bring it on. Oh, I see. It was because I wanted to do these things. So I should have taken a quick nap. That was silly of me. Oh, that's what the pink outline was. I'm a twit. So that was my needs. It's fine that she's not like in the sheets, but I wish she was at least like just lying on top of the bed rather than through it. Well, we can work on the last one. Music. Oh. Dance together. Okay, that's kind of fun. And can I actually build friendships with these people, or are they just like vehicles for me to get essences? The public park has this resource. Alright, alright. Do I have to build the park myself? Lot purchased, public space. Oh. I have to get up to level 7 before I can... Well, that's frustrating. So does that mean I own this, but I have no... Well, I can build another house, I guess. Anyway. And then over here, I just realized that these require sim cash. What about this one over here? Oh, these are all sim coins. They're just more expensive. 16,000. Oh, wow. Okay. And then this area is shrouded in mist. I don't know if I'll be able to see that soon. As in whether I'm going to see it within this gameplay or whether they haven't released it yet. I guess I could start the new story with her, but I sort of wanted to finish my career day. And I can't without the park. Unless I can buy something. No, there's no easel. Ooh. Anyway. Alright, well, I'm a bit bummed. We can finish these bits at least. Reorganize the shoes for the second time today. Disappointing. So I guess we're going back to the stories because I can't finish my career day without the park. Let's start a new story with Bella. It's going to be an odd first day for us in Plumbrook, Angelica. You afraid of ghosts? I heard ghostly noises from that old shack beyond the trees. That shack's been sealed up for years, but lately it has a life of its own. So when I started this story, the Blockhead story, I truly thought it would be a similar length to the tutorial, maybe 15-20 minutes. It turned out to be an hour and a half, and through the entire time I was doing terrible voice acting of each character. So to spare you from that, I'm just going to show you some of the main story beats, and then we can move on with a bit of a review of what we've seen so far. Oh, she is a fashionista with this kind of peacock dress thing going on. So Bella has asked us to speak to two of the townies, Nicole Vogue and Nancy Landgrab, to ask them about this potentially haunted shack. Hello, darling. It's about time we met. I'm Ms. Nicole Vogue, legendary fashion maven and trendsetter. Let's hope I save Plumbrook from becoming a fashion disaster zone. I have a flair for fashion myself. Certainly. Love how you persist despite a lack of style and total color blindness. Clock it. So Ms. Nicole, aside from establishing herself as some snooty fashionista, told us that she has been hearing this harumphing and some strange noises and asked us to investigate those. And now to find our Nancy Landgrab. So Nancy Landgrab has a little bit more of a corporate villain story going on, and she's saying that she has been trying to bring Landgrab Industries into Plumbrook, but had to stop because of some strange activity at this same shack. She said that she saw some sort of low-grade magician locking in the door and things. So it's setting up the premise as if there's going to be a something supernatural, paranormal going on in this shack. Where's this shack you speak of? Oh, okay, and then I have to speak to my gargoyle to get enough spooky points to chat with Bella. Alright. Okay. Give Bellagoth 7 of these spooky points. Is Bella on edge? Whoa! So at that point, I'm finding this animation pretty ridiculous. It happens every time you sort of initiate a conversation with a quest giver townie. Anyway, so I'm back at Bella's to let her know about, what Nancy and Nicole told me. And that's what finishes this quest to allow us to find the shack. Soaring and harumphing. Ready to find out somebody or something doesn't want us to see? Wait, I'm lost. I love how it's constantly giving me an option to be not invested in the game. More than anything. Knock on the door. The structure creaks in the wind. The air heavy with anticipation. Do I knock cautiously or bang at the door with conviction? I think I knock cautiously. Mysterious shack entity who appears to be like a darkened construction worker. So this is where the story starts to sort of lose all of its mystique and intrigue. It goes from being, potentially a witch or potentially a ghost to a sad man in a hard hat. Growing mystery that has quickly been eroded. So then we just tap on this again?
Torjiro thought that if he just built up these walls, maybe the world would forget about him.
Oh, he sounds like he's depressed. Use our chili to speed up the rescue. Level 3. We use our chilies to rig the shack with explosives. Again, the same animation. And for whatever reason, it's decided that the best course of action to help this man out of his shack is to rig it with explosives, which is, it's kind of fun. I don't mind it too much. 3, 2, 1. Is this a good idea? And again, target the main support beams. A chain reaction. Kapow. Is this going to make any difference? For a split second, everything is silent. Okay, at least there was an animation there. The ground shakes, and when the dust settles, all that's left is a small man with a hard hat.
Yeah, I told you I'd survive.
So then we asked Torjiro to join the town and become a craftsperson at the workshop. We learned that the workshop is currently empty because there was an overly ambitious roboticist who crafted some automatons that went rogue. Anyway, it's some storyline that has a kernel of an interesting idea that actually goes nowhere. But what's actually sweet is this little story coming up. We've been looking everywhere for you, or the workshop's finished. Torjiro doesn't turn around immediately. His gaze fixed on the distant waves. When he finally speaks, his voice is low, gruff, almost lost to the wind.
My partner and I were the best craftsmen in Sims Valley. We built everything with love, including that ship. A ship we thought would be our ticket to a life of adventure.
Oh, he's gay.
Torjiro, we built a beautiful little boat. I even painted it in his favorite colors. But one day, he took to the sea alone. Said it was a short little trip. Never came back. The ocean swallowed him whole and left Torjiro with nothing but silence.
Oh, poor Torjiro. So at this point, we essentially learn that Torjiro has holed himself up because of his grief, and, we say that we're going to help him get through it together. Anyway, Torjiro comes to the workshop and introduces you to this crafting blueprint mechanic, and also has developed a crush for Ms. Nicole, the fashionista. Okay, well, I'm so glad that you are so quickly over your... I don't know how long you've been holed up in that shack, but it feels like a moment ago we were in mourning and now we have the hots for, Ms. Nicole. Collect rewards. Oh, we got a little decorative steering, which was a little bit on the nose considering his partner died. In a, assumedly a sunken ship, and now we are given a remnant of that ship perhaps as a reward. Okay, so we have Bob's Becoming and the Gizmo Show. Ooh. For a game that's literally about stories, it's actually in its name, I felt like they were one of the weakest parts of the gameplay so far. I don't need everything to make sense. Like when Torajiro's hut exploded and he was saved by his hard hat, no issue. That is, funny little quirk. I'm not too worried about it. But I do want there to be a bit of a payoff for story leads and also for things to feel like they all sort of make sense. The start of the Blockhead Returns quest set up these expectations for something sort of spooky. We were hearing about ghosts, we were hearing about strange noises. I'm expecting something, fun and supernatural. But all of that spooky talk turned out to be a morning construction worker. What I really had a problem with in that storyline was that we had this emotionally effective scene where we, were shown the death of the husband or the partner, and we were hearing about this desire to shut yourself off from society, something which felt like it had probably more emotional weight and pathos than I was expecting from the game. And then immediately after, he's simping for Ms. Nicole Vogue. And so it was like, you had probably one of the only good aspects of that story was just cheapened, because now, you're asking us as the player to hook you up with this fashion lady. Another gripe I have with the story, which is honestly hard to manage in a game which is all about dialogue, but it's just that everything felt told and not shown. For instance, the slightly interesting storyline about the whatever the business name was before the workshop was there, having this herd of automatons escaping into the woods. That's kind of a fun, cool detail. Or like Nancy Landgrab already having all of this CCTV infrastructure around Plumbrook. Why are we just being told about these things? Like, they could have been fun little bits of environmental storytelling. Like, show us some boxes of, robot parts out front the old workshop, or show us some security cameras around the town, like something to make it so it seems like there's a connection between the story that the players are telling us and the world that we're living in. Maybe later in the story sequence, we'll come across some robots, some automatons living in the woods. Maybe they'll flesh out that storyline a little bit more, but for now it just feels like a bit of a cheap explanation for why the workshop is conveniently unused and no one has claim on this land. So it's ready for Torojiro to build his workshop. Overall, I didn't hate it. It's also partly that it was dragged out by this essence collection. There wasn't this rhythm from story beat to story beat because I had to go and sort through my socks, whatever I was doing. As for the other things we've seen, the world is nice. There's nothing really to see, especially because at the moment it's just empty plots or fog. And then the one bit of the town that is built up only has one active building on it at the moment. Oh, and the, grilled cheese statue in the center, which is a fun detail. The building seems fine as well. I like that. I like the objects. I like that you can use your essences to unlock new swatches, and it's not just all sim cash. And that's kind of refreshing. Honestly, I was expecting to have to, and I mean, maybe that'll come where I have to buy objects with sim cash and then buy swatches with sim cash. But yeah, overall, I don't really have too much negative to say about the building. As for the general gameplay, it was honestly pretty boring. Having to get like a small snippet of the story and then go and perform an action like take a shower or something like that didn't seem like it made too much sense, and it also kind of disrupted any fun, any rhythm you had in that story. I mean, why do I need to sort my shoes just to chat with Bella again? Like, if the point of this game is to feel connected to these stories, let me just play through the stories and let my decisions be the interesting thing. But instead, it felt like my decisions made no impact, or at least, you know, maybe I was just choosing the safe options. I wasn't really trying to ruffle any feathers. But it sort of felt like the only thing that was sort of progressing the story was me just performing a small task, pressing a button, performing a small task, pressing a button. Anyway, so that's everything I have to say so far about The Sims Storytown or whatever it is. If you want to see me play through some more of these story chapters, please do let me know. I would be happy to record my playthrough of Bob's story and Gizmo's story if you want to see it. The next video I make will almost definitely be the life and death trailer reaction. So if you're interested in my thoughts on that, please subscribe and I'll see you then. Bisous.